I'm super excited to talk with you about the Tinder Swindler, Simon Leviev. I wanted to talk about the psychology behind his success, if you want to call it a success. There's a couple of things he did right and a couple of things he needed to do in order to have the success that he had. I know this sounds horrible. I'm not encouraging men to go out there and start doing the same thing. No, I'm a marketing professional and I'm looking at it from a marketing perspective, from a business perspective. And I think I am in the position to point that out. I got 12 years of marketing experience, so I want to point out the psychology, the mindset, and the steps that he took. Let's get started with this video. Having a look at the first thing, the targeted demographics, is very important because a lot of people don't understand that. They're like, well, how could he have done that? And I haven't really watched any reaction videos because I wanted this to be extremely unique, and I highly doubt that any other YouTuber is talking about the exact same points that I am about to address in today's video. First thing he did was he really specified his targeted demographic. He pretended to be a fake billionaire. He pretended to be a billionaire so he could get women that were interested in him. But that's not the key takeaway. The key takeaway is that he didn't targeted women from Vietnam, from Mongolia, or from Saudi Arabia, or from Colombia or Mexico. No, he didn't do that. But why didn't he do that, you may ask? For two very specific reasons. And the first reason is siding reason, because if you don't get this right, nothing else would have gone his way. And the first reason is that he targeted women from countries that are not poor, where the average person has a pretty high wealth per capita. Those countries, Finland, Norway, Sweden and Sweden are not poor countries. The average wealth per capita in those countries is, 35,000 euros to 120,000 euros, I believe. So those countries are not poor. And he knew that, he could have done everything right with his portraying of being a billionaire and attracting women, but the whole business model would not have functioned had he focused on women from poor countries, because they would not have financed him. But the average Norwegian, Swedish, or Finnish girl is not poor. They're well up there. They have a pretty decent job. They either have a pretty decent job, they come from a pretty decent or even wealthy family, and that is one aspect of it. And if you take a look at it this way, it makes perfect sense why he didn't target women from Morocco, from the Dominican Republic. They ain't got any money and they would not have paid for that. Even if they would have fallen in love with him, what he was trying to accomplish. So this is one aspect of it. The second aspect of it is that he targeted women from countries, that are very open to dating outside their own culture. If he would have gone ahead and started dating women from Singapore, Singaporeans got a lot of money. The average wealth per capita, the median wealth per capita, in Singapore is much higher than it is in Norway or Finland. It's probably a little bit higher than Sweden because Swedish people are not poor. They're all in business. They come from rich families. They have the wealth mindset, the success mindset. Singapore would definitely have fit in terms of wealth per capita. The average person just has a lot of money there. That's just very, very good. But then it would not have worked because Singaporean women are unwilling to date outside their culture. Well, now we say, well, there are exceptions. Yes, there are exceptions, but the average woman isn't. Whereas in Finland, Norway, and Sweden, there's no rule set by the parent as to what you need to do culturally. There are some rule in terms of etiquette and ethics and morals, yeah, but so you see how this makes sense? He could have targeted Singaporean, Hong Kongese women, but they have little to no interest into dating someone outside their culture. Obviously, these women were looking for an upgrade. Other than that, there would have been zero chance that this guy would have had any success. Women are attracted by flashy lifestyle. They're attracted by expensive cars, beautiful vacation homes, private jets, a good-looking guy. This is what matters, of course. I'm not denying that, okay, he only had success because he hit the right demographics. No, these women were hungry. They were hungry for somebody with money. They were hungry for somebody who was going to take care of them. What's even more important is women are social animals, much more than men. Women, as soon as they find a good guy and they think like, oh, I'm going to be with this guy for the next 10 or 20 years, or if they think, I have really caught a big fish here. I have found the one. I found the right guy. If they feel like they're in this situation, you know, they're so emotionally invested that almost nothing will lead them to stop pursuing their target, which was Simon Leviev. Had Simon Leviev portrayed a less rich image, a poorer image, chances are a good amount of these women would never have been interested in him. Even though they say, well, it wasn't about the money. It's probably what they say. Well, but you went for it. You went for it. You know, you trusted a guy that's been traveling a lot. You trusted a guy that you didn't even know. You moved in with him. If this guy, if it would have been the same guy, you know, let's say there's two people. Okay, one Simon Leviev, who is rich as hell, who can afford everything. At least that's what he portrays. You know, he can buy everything. He can take you out on nice dinners. He can, you know, go with you on beautiful vacations. You know, he can drive you around in a Ferrari or Lamborghini. And then we have on the other side a Simon Leviev that's also good looking, you know, it's a really nice guy, but cannot provide those fancy things. Who do you think the woman would go with? Because those women were looking for an upgrade. That's what they were looking for. So they wouldn't have gone with the less attractive version, with the poorer version, because they wouldn't have gotten the upgrade. They were looking for the upgrade. And you can't say, oh, no, I wasn't looking for that. Well, there's another quote. Circumstances do not make the woman. Circumstances reveal the woman to herself. Okay? So if you're exposed to something and you're attracted to it, that is your natural tendency and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, some women are not attracted to bald guys and some women are attracted to bald guys or don't mind it. Same goes for money. The majority of women are attracted to a rich guy. They don't want to be with a poor guy. You know, if you take me, if you take the same Gerald that's sitting here, clone him, and one is a billionaire and the other one is just an average dude, and you're going to ask 100 women, who would you prefer? You know, and then you mention all the benefits that you have, that the rich guy can offer you, all the benefits, you have a list down there, and the benefits of the average guy. The majority of women will always choose the rich man. That's just how it is. If it's in Asia, if it's in Europe, if it's in Latin America, in North America, I don't care, in Africa, they will choose the richer man because they want an upgrade. You know, one of the fastest ways to get rich is by marrying someone who is rich. I want to talk about some more psychology here because I'm not saying that Simon Leviev is a great guy. I'm not saying this. Is he dumb? No, he isn't dumb. He's actually intelligent, but what he used his intelligence for made him a criminal. So he used his intelligence to pursue criminal activities, which was to force women, I mean, you know, in a nice way, to borrow money, to get loans, you know, to do whatever, to buy stuff on his behalf, you know, with the expectations that they would get their money back soon. Simon Leviev acted as if he was rich. What's funny about these women is that they were trying to become rich by marrying somebody who is rich. That was their intention. And now they're pretending like they are the victims. Well, there's a lot of scams out there. You know, there's millions of scams out there. Whether you fall for them is up to you. It's your responsibility to detect scams. It's your responsibility to do your due diligence. Those women haven't done their due diligence. You know, they opted for it very quickly because they felt they were missing out. And if you feel like you're missing out, again, you act emotionally and you make irrational decisions. You make decisions based on emotions. And that's exactly what happened to these women. What's really funny is that these women may still become rich. And you're wondering, what is he talking about? Well, maybe one day those women will end up thanking Simon for what he did, because they may end up becoming millionaires because of Simon Leviev's help. They don't see that right now, but thanks to him, they're on Netflix. You know, they're doing interviews. And very soon probably going to be writing books or selling courses on how to not get scammed by a fake billionaire. There's money in that. So they may end up making millions of dollars that they would have never have made without this experience. So it really depends on how you look at it. You could say, well, these women were emotionally abused and, you know, he just wanted to sleep with them. You know, they only wanted to get his money. They only wanted that upgrade, you know. So you give something and you get something. This is how it works in life. And again, I'm not encouraging Simon Leviev's behavior to be emulated by other Tinder guys that are out there looking to date women. No, I'm not trying to do this at all. But you have to see both sides of the story. Simon Leviev financed his lifestyle, financed his business model through the help of exploiting other women. That's what he did. He scammed them. Totally right, that's what he did. But these women were just looking for the easy one, the easiest upgrade, and they thought that he was the one to do it, and so they fall for him. But you have to understand that not every woman would have opted for Simon Leviev, because to them it would have been like, well, look at this guy, he's pretty rich, he pretends to be rich, whatever, whether they would have believed his story or not, but they would have thought, well, would this be a good guy for me? Would this be the right fit for me? Because I don't know what I can expect from this guy. Would he actually be a good guy? Would he be a bad guy? What's the lifestyle of somebody who travels a lot, who works a lot, who runs businesses? Would this be the kind of guy I wanted to marry? Now, these women didn't ask those questions. They didn't. They didn't ask those questions, and they just went for it. They got emotionally involved. They thought they were missing out, and that's why they got scammed. Hopefully more women will learn from this bloodshed and not make the same mistake. If you're a woman, what's the lesson here? I think the lesson is just go with an average guy. Just go with a nice guy, If you're an average woman, why would you want the guy that has millions or billions of dollars? You're not at that level. You just want to marry someone to get rich, to get a free upgrade? I don't think that's right. If you're an average woman, just go with an average guy. And if you want to become rich together. Work hard, share your bills, really get emotionally involved with each other, but don't marry somebody who is rich, because you don't get the pros without the cons. You can't just expect to get all the pros, all the money, all the lifestyle upgrade without paying the price for that. What do you think about the Tinder Swindler? Leave a comment below and let us know. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm uploading new videos on digital nomad locations, travel updates, visas, crypto advice, and business advice several times a week right now. I highly recommend that you grab a free copy of my ebook Nomad Elite, the Insider's Guide to Retaining a Life of Freedom. All you need to do is click on the link below the video. And if you got some more time left, check out these videos. Thank you for watching.